Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to roast my guild. Alright, it is Guild Showdown currently, and as everyone know, whenever it's Guild Showdown, it's a good way to evaluate your guildmates to see if they know what they're doing. So today we're going to go over the Guild Showdown in CDC, and we're going to showcase what's good and what's bad. Mostly what's bad. So there's a new feature that I really like. So if you look at, let's say, the Spy. So the Spy went with a Cav Blast, which is our ISMite player. In the guild, he has 5 familiar slot. He sent 5 Cav heroes. Arguably, obviously, you should not send the defense hero. You should send Bumping Goblin. But some players, they don't learn and they don't take criticism well. So this is why we have this situation. But everything here is kind of fine. The range phalanx is good. The units, the buffers are good. As far as the familiar, so this is good. This is good. I believe this is trash. You should not send that. And I'm not sure about these. Like, these are not really good familiars, but I believe that they reduce HP, which is something that you should send, should put on a wall, let's say, not really in a blast. So let's keep going. Smelly Dogs usually know what he's doing, so he has 1 army hero. He's sending Cav also with buffers and proper familiar. So he has the stacking, he has the HP. Attack boost, this one like petrifies or something like that, and then very good for Frostwing for a Cav Blast also, as well as Griffin. Let's keep going. Jinx is doing also the right thing. Is he doing the right thing? Yes, he got infantry. He's got too much buffer, but he's got infantry with one army hero. Cav, so, and he's got the 2 good ones. Let's go with Moose. Moose, he's doing the Moose is sending a 4-2-4. So I know that Moose has some army heroes and he has some champion gear. So that is why this is kind of different. So usually you want to send a blast, but he's doing 4-2-4. He has the gear for that. Kalu is not sending. Okay, so this is. Okay, so he's not sending any buffers, and he's sending in range wedge. He should put his infantry at the front. Those are okay okay familiars. He's got the good heroes, the 2 good ones. So aside from that, I would say change the lineup so to have range at the front and add some buffers. Mad293 is a player that we've trying to. It's a 1.3 billion might player that does not really know how to play. He had as a Chaos Dragon, a gray Chaos Dragon. We've asked him to change the leader, and he simply resend just Cav heroes without his leader. So guys, if you might and kills, that doesn't mean that if you have I might and I kills that you know how to play this game. So you probably have some players like that in your guild. Prof Baxton, I believe he plays with a bot. So basically that's an auto selection. Guys, if you are playing with a bot, make sure that you also act like a human from time to time. This is trash. So if you have players like that in your guild, make sure to talk to the human behind the bot, because obviously a siege hero is super bad. And then look at these heroes. Like, he has 2 infantry heroes without any infantry units. So hopefully the human comes back online. Bywolf, no buffer, should send a buffer. He has the... Okay, so this hero should be changed for Bumping Goblin, for instance. The familiars are okay. Langer 1 is obviously a great player. The 1 infantry hero, the right familiars, the buffer. All right, Klum. Is Klum good? He's sending a range blast with a lot of buffers, but he has the right heroes for that and the right familiars. 2 Outlanger, once again, a Cav Blast with the right heroes, the right familiars. Is Sebi doing the right thing? He's sending an infantry blast with the right heroes as well as 1 army hero and the right familiars. Fallen 1 is sending a range blast with 1 army hero, the right familiars. He only has 1 line of buffer. It's kind of okay, but once again, 1,000 is like a little bit too much. Is Yofel doing good? Yofel is sending a range blast with 100 buffer of each. He has one army hero that's non-range. I would agree that is it Black Crow would be better than this. Aside from that, the familiars are good. Lagerda is another bot account. Once again, guys, if you have bot accounts, make sure that the humans also play the game in your guild. Because, yeah, this is trash. Throw all anger. This is me. Once again, really good. This is a range blast with infantry phalanx. So the range at the back. You got the right familiars. You got. That's why I say that this is better than the bombing goblin. 20 attack versus 50% HP and defense. This is better. Skyfer. I believe I talked to this person. They changed their lineup. This is good. Infantry wedge. I'm not sure about this. Probably okay. As long as the cav are at the back, you got your 4 cav heroes as well as the army hero. Riku. Riku is sending. So they should be better off removing one of the two. So basically, there's some mistakes here. This should be removed for an infantry attack, like the Forger, Soul Forger, and this one should be removed and replaced by an army hero like Bombing Goblin and Rose Knight. Those are good familiars. They should have some buffer, but he's an infantry phalanx, so that's kind of okay. Mia Wallace, is Mia doing the right thing? She's sending a range blast. She's in range wedge. I'm not sure that's really good. I would change that for Black Crow once again. Range wedge is basically you're not using the buffer. I mean, the buffers are at the back. They're not going to be useful. The familiars are okay. I don't know about this guy though. I'm sure she has something better. Doodoos is once again probably no. He's not under bot. Nah, he might be under bot. Like whenever you see someone sending Boommeister, this is someone in your guild that doesn't know how to play the game. Sadly, even with T5. So he's sending Mix. He has an infantry hero with no hero units. Once again, it does not matter how much might you have. There's probably some people in your guild that don't know how to play the game properly. They have sent a familiars that stack with no inf units. This is really bad, really bad. Make sure if you see people like that in your guild, talk to them. I need to talk to this guy. Oni-san sending Cav Blast. Now, which one is missing? Dark Knight. Dark Knight should be replacing this one. It's missing some also some buffers. Infantry phalanx, I would change that, put that in range phalanx with buffers. But yeah, this hero should be replaced by Dark Knight. Kra Matson sending a Cav Blast with only one familiar. Wow, that is really bad for 900 million might. Wow. Okay, the right heroes though, sending buffers. Wrong formation, I would send that in range phalanx. Wow, I'm stumped. Hunter 538 is sending a range blast with way too much buffer, and like if you're sending those buffers, there's no use to send T2. I would change that for Black Crow. Aside from that, I think the familiars are okay. I think this is reducing inf HP, if I recall. Is Cerise doing the right things? She's sending an inf blast. Cav Wedge, she should send the inf at the front. The right familiars. A purple hero here is not that good. Not that good, guys. She should remove this one and send Soul Forger, and she should remove this one and send Oath Keeper, because the gold status with the tactics will definitely help. Langer 4 is sending infantry blasts with 4 infantry heroes and 1 army hero. The right familiars in infantry phalanx. See that, guys? Those 2 are the good ones. This is an attack one, and then so this or the C Square is basically the same thing. Free to play. What is free to play sending? Okay, he's missing some buffer, so that is bad. He has the right heroes, yes. The familiars are not that good, but so I know free to play is mostly cav focused, so this is probably why. But yeah, he's missing buffers, and he's missing. He should send in infantry phalanx or cav wedge. Mr. Patat is sending an inf blast. Once again, this guy should be replaced by bombing goblin for the 20% attacks better than 50% defense. The familiars are good. Range phalanx is good. A little too much buffer, I would say. I usually send 4, but yeah, 1,000 is, you're basically losing. You're basically giving these skills to the enemy, so you want to minimize this as much as you can. No Take Me, an infantry blast. I know that No Take Me knows how to play, so he has the right heroes, right familiar, and infantry wedge is fine also. Ver Wind. Okay, so he's pay to play, so I'm assuming this is good. Which one? Oh, yeah. You should remove this and put Death Archer, because 20% attack army is worse than 30% range attack when you're sending a range blast. Aside from that, everything is correct. Range phalanx is wrong. Should be in phalanx or cav wedge. Let's go with Mog. Oh, I don't like seeing a purple hero here. There should be something better. I know it's pay to play. I know the stats at gold are better, but at purple they're not. So it's the right familiar. Cav wedge, I don't believe is right for a range blast. Yeah, no, cav wedge is good. Infantry phalanx and cav wedge is good. So once again, I would change that to what's it called? Death Archer here. Stark is sending a cav blast with the wrong hero. He should have bombing goblin, an army hero here. The right, well, this familiar does nothing. These are well, this one also. So once again, some people don't know how to play even at 700 million might. No buffer, and phalanx is also wrong. So not that great. What is No Cool sending the right thing in a cav blast? Right heroes, right familiars. The right, a little bit too much buffer, but the formation is not good. You want to send your cav at the back, so that would be inf wedge or range phalanx. Mohammed is not sending any buffer units. Infantry wedge, I believe, is correct, but with no buffer does not mean anything. The ranged stacking familiar does nothing, obviously, and you would want to remove that for a bombing goblin. Lady Octavia is sending a cav blast, an inf blast. In cav phalanx, not that good. You want to have your inf at the front just because they walk so slowly. You want to make sure that they are very close to the front. And then basically the heroes are correct. The familiars, I believe, are okay. Next up is Jevan is sending another cav blast without buffer. Range phalanx is okay. We're missing a bombing goblin here. And the familiars, not sure about this one, but they look okay. Fury Panther is sending a infantry blast with the right heroes. Kind of the right familiars. I know this one's not that great. Range wedge is not good. You want to have your inf at the front. It's the only inf is the exception. The other ones you want to have your buffer at the front, but inf you want them at the front. Igalaler is a player using a bot, so that's an auto selection. So once again, guys, if you have players that use bot in your guild, make sure that the human comes online, because otherwise the human looks like they don't know how to play. DZ Islam is sending an inf blast. No, so it's an inf phalanx. He should probably add some buffer, even though it's at the back, but it would not make a lot of difference. The heroes are good. He's using the right heroes. This hero and these familiar will not do anything in that case. So once again, probably should have some different familiars, unless that player is leveling them up like one level at a time, which is the wrong way to level up. Casus is doing a range blast. I would change that for Black Crow. The familiars are good, but he's missing buffers. You should always have buffer because otherwise you're guaranteeing that you're gonna crash in the inf as long as they're inf. CFA 77 sending, oh wow, that's a lot of buffers. So buffers are just there to tank the first 2 hits. You're just giving kills away when you're doing that. Oh, okay. So someone else has registered, so that's why this move. Otherwise, this is good. Infantry phalanx for a cav blast is wrong. You want to have your cav at the back. Otherwise, this is kind of okay from CFA, but he's now in the reserve. He's not going to be fighting. So I also want to do the same thing on the Taiwan server. So I have this guild called GAK. So let's go look. We're not gonna do the whole thing, but there's 35. So if we look at that, basically a little bit of the same. 1.1 billion might. This guy is not sending bombing island. No buffer. Are the familiars good? I'm not so sure because I don't know what these guys are doing really. But these are okay. Alter Ego Dark is sending a Cav Blast with an infantry hero that provides nothing. Lots of buffer that really, and the familiars are not good. AZ62 is sending a range blast with okay, which one? So I have no problem with that since it's 5 heroes. So the familiars are good, but he's missing some buffers. He's gonna crash into someone else inf. Sakura, Cav Blast, once again, it's all the same thing. You guys should stop using this guy when you send a Cav Blast. I know some of you are probably doing the auto, which basically if you're doing the auto, you're just as good as a bot. The familiars are correct. Range wedge is not correct. You want to have some buffer. Ryan Ayan forgot to send his leader. The heroes are correct without a leader. Not so sure about these guys. Infantry phalanx is correct, but without the leader, basically, you don't know what you're doing. And let's lastly look at Santa Maria. Oh wow. Okay, so at this point, I'm just gonna pinpoint what's really wrong, like the trickster defense heroes. This is bad. Simple Plan is sending a bunch of defense heroes. He's sending range. Like, oh man, this is bad. Maradona is sending a Cav Blast. This looks good. Dead is sending oh wow, a blue watcher is not good in this slot. Ming Vuong is not sending his leader, and it's sending T2. Well, okay, so looks like this is a zeroed account, or they just don't care. Ali Akram, wow, a great hero. Sandwich is sending, looks correct, but no buffer. Kimberly GG, mixed. This is so bad. Sending mixed. Yeah, this. Okay. Angel Z. What is he sending? He's sending a mix of Cav and range. I don't think it's that great because usually at lower level you don't have the gear or the heroes. Tukul is sending Cav Blast. Wrong hero here. Feckle is sending a Cav Blast with range heroes. This is so bad, guys. Limox is sending, oh, look at this. This is really bad. Sure, okay, so he's sending like a whatever variant. That's way too much buffer. If these are buffer, that's way too much. Yeah. Matthias is sending a range blast. Looks like Matthias knows what he is doing. The rain, no heroes, no leader. This is really bad, guys. Maldoman. Looks like Maldoman is sending the wrong hero, but everything else looks good. Chrome Eas, aka B-Trap. Oh, okay, he's sending, so looks like he has not finished his heroes at 475 million mine. You want to have some gold heroes, but he's sending the right heroes. It looks like they're not done. Charlemagne looks okay, but way too many buffers. Mega Sheep, Trickster, this is so bad. Look at the heroes. He's sending Cav with no Cav heroes. Okay, so this guy does not know how to play at 455. Tank is melee, sending mix. Not a big fan of mix without range heroes. And I'm not sure, like, okay, this is buffing a range, and I guess this is buffing, I don't know what this is buffing. Mr. Wee Wee is sending Cav with some range heroes. I Charlemagne is sending, once again, lots of buffer on his second account. Too much. Maka is sending, looks like the right thing. Celticus is sending Trickster. So maybe Trickster could have a purpose here if you have like gray heroes for the other ones that you're missing. Daenerys is sending mix, so this is completely useless, usually with low gear. Trickster here, this is really bad. Cav hero with no Cav leader, and hero with no Cav units. This is really bad from Aber Ahmad. Soul 18 is sending a mix of heroes. I see 2 Cav heroes, no Cav units. People don't know how to play this game. Guerrero is sending... okay, this looks good, but I don't know why he's sending this many Cav units, though. This is... yeah, this is not that great. Convit 2 is sending Inf, the right heroes, and looks like the right familiars. Range phalanx is wrong, though. You want to have this at the front. Taku Baboon is not sending his leader, sending mix. This player does not know how to play. I've joined some Darkness Rally from this guy, does not know how to play. And then Ting Tang is sending a range blast with the right heroes. I would change that to Death Archer. And Cav Wedge is fine. So guys, let me know in the comments below how your guild is doing in Guild Showdown. Do you have the same issues that I have on both of my guild, where people don't know how to play, don't know the mechanics of the game, even at 1 billion might? Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.